Hello, Epic Fails. I am Bobby Black from the Unsquared Circle and WrestlingRevolution.com. I just wanted to do this video response to Kronics of the Most Extreme Wrestling. As a lot of you know, I don't do very many video responses. I don't do many videos in response to other people. But you know what? I watched a recent video of Kronics. It was called "Why TV14 is Unnecessary for WWE," and I felt I had to respond. Why did I feel like I had to respond? Because I completely agree with him 100%. As a lot of people know in the Wrestling Revolution, and any of my fans know, I have never, ever, ever been a fan of the Attitude Era. However, I know that the Attitude Era spawned some good things in the WWE, and I will give credit where credit is due. Rock, Austin definitely changed the wrestling business forever. So I will give them credit there. Were they great wrestlers? No. Were they great on the mic? Yes. But I mean, if you made me sit down and watch hours and hours and hours of Rock and Austin matches, unless they're wrestling somebody good, it ain't worth watching. Now, if you sat me down and made me watch hours and hours and hours of Rock promos, I might laugh. But anyway, so he was basically saying how the TV14 era, if we went back to the TV14 rating, it would be disastrous, which I agree, because he's right. He was talking about the Kelly Kelly promo from this past Monday with the Maxim cover. It's like that segment would have been forever. We would have had John Laurinaitis out there. We'd had King in the ring hitting on Kelly Kelly. We would have had Hornswoggle trying to take her pants or her bra off. I mean, we would have had all of this stupid stuff that just is unnecessary. And honestly, I would rather deal with the PG, which honestly, as I said, I like the edit or the PG era, honestly. It feels like there's more wrestling, especially on SmackDown. It feels like there's more wrestling. There's more action, there's more effort put into the product than the Attitude Era. Because if you look back at the Attitude Era, it was like crap. I mean, really, one of the classic examples, Mae Young giving birth to a hand. That was one of the classic products out of the Attitude Era. Wow. But I don't know. I really think that if they went back to TV14, yeah, we would get a lot of bogus BS, and we don't need it. If people in the IWC or YWC or wherever you're from, if you guys could get over the nostalgic factor of the Attitude Era for a minute, you wouldn't realize that there is a product right in front of you that is working for you. I do not like John Cena. I do not think he's a great wrestler. I think he's decent on the mic. However, John Cena busts his rear week in and week out to entertain the fans. You want to know why John Cena is the way he is? Is because of the fans. Because all of the older marks who don't, who think, oh, this is an Attitude Era, so I'm not watching it. So what happens? They fall back on the kids. They fall back on the kids, and that means John Cena has to be Super Cena. Now, I'm not saying John Cena would be this awesome wrestler, but that's the way it is, because the WWE has to gear themselves towards little kids, because that's all that's working for them. All the fans of the Attitude Era are like, well, there's no puppies and there's no blood and chair shots, so I'm not going to watch anymore. It's not interesting. Why is it not interesting? I mean, you've got some good storylines going on right now. You've got Mark Henry and Big Show, which is classic. Mark Henry and Randy Orton was really good. Christian and Sheamus is doing really well. I mean, heck, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes is doing really well. I'm sorry, I don't watch Raw a lot, so I'm not a fan of Raw, because Raw still has that hint of Attitude Era. But SmackDown, I mean, you've got a good product sitting right in front of you, and you don't even want to see it. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, there were some great wrestlers in the Attitude Era. Yeah, but they weren't used right. I mean, you wonder why Mark Henry won the world title now instead of back in the Attitude Era? I wonder why. Because Mark Henry is good in the ring. For a big guy, he's good in the ring. That's why he's world champion now and not 15 years ago. Y'all want to sit here and just go back and forth and banter about Attitude Era? I hope it never comes back. I hope it stays a PG product. I don't need the blood. I think blood is good in some matches. Like, there's some matches like Elimination Chamber and Hell in a Cell where blood will add to the match, and it doesn't have to be in every Hell in a Cell and Elimination Chamber, but it adds to the match. We don't want, to be like Ric Flair blading every 5 minutes. But if you look at the product as a whole, you don't need, and I agree with Kronics on this. You don't need the chair shots to the head. Hit him in the back with a chair. Hit him in the leg with the chair. Do what Mark Henry's doing. Try imitate breaking their leg with the chair. The headshots is physically dangerous. Like it is, like you take a chair to the head. If you don't get your hands up in the right position, you're looking at serious problems. So I mean, I kind of agree with that. The no blood, I'm not really missing it. There's only certain matches here and there that I miss it. But and the whole CM Punk thing. No, the CM Punk got over with everyone without TV14. Oh, this would be better if it was TV14. No, it wouldn't. Punk is just Punk is being Punk. He's being Phil Brooks is what he's being at this point. And the WWE's just kind of letting him go, and look what happens. Just like Chris Jericho, they kind of let Chris Jericho go, and look what happens. You get a awesome character. That's what they're doing with CM Punk. They're just letting him go, and he's moving, and he's getting over with the kids and the adults, might I add. Without, now sometimes the PG booking is kind of frustrating because, yeah, they're kind of Super Cena-ing CM Punk right now. Like, it kind of starts to look like they're going to Super Cena him. And I don't blame CM Punk for not complaining because now CM Punk's over with everybody. But that, the only way that the WWE is going to change is if we make, like, I don't say we make them change, but we change. The PG product is fine. But the fans have to change. The reason why Cena's over so much and the reason why Cena is so Super Cena is because that's what the kids want to see. And their major fan base is kids. All of the adults in the Attitude Era people are gone. They're all, they're all doing whatever. They're doing coke and, at strip bars or whatever. When, if you start, and I know I'm generalizing, but if you got back in front, if the demographic of wrestling, that's what I was trying to look for. If the demographic of wrestling changed, then it would change their outlook. Guys like CM Punk would be more over than John Cena because the adults are more likely to like CM Punk than John Cena. Why can't Jack Swagger get over? I know a lot of people say they don't. Why can't Jack Swagger get over? He's a great wrestler. Yeah, he has a speech impediment. So did Kurt Angle when he first started. Anyone listen to Kurt Angle when he first started? He had a small speech impediment. So what? The guy's also... I mean, Jack Swagger's awesome in the ring. And it sickens me that people don't like a guy who puts that... who puts that much into in-ring ability versus, oh, he has a lisp. Yeah, it's annoying. I think it's annoying. The lisp is annoying. I think it's very annoying. Doesn't mean I don't like the guy. I like Jack Swagger. I think he's a great wrestler. I think that the wrestlers like Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler and so on are just becoming a more and more lost cause. So anyway, I hope that this has been enlightening, entertaining. Kronics, thank you very much for posting yours. I enjoyed sitting here ranting about it. I don't get to rant very often, and I don't like to rant very often, but I thought I would. This just spurred me. Spur of the moment just started this. So Kronics, I thank you. Hopefully you'll accept my video response request. And I guess that's it. I'm Bobby Black. Please go to WrestlingRevolution.com, the epic center for all of your wrestling needs. We got news, forums, contests, free prizes. You can follow me on Twitter and go to our site. We have website exclusives, so check all that out. I'm Bobby Black, and I am out.